the south side of San Antonio, just beyond the outskirts on Zarzamora Road, there lies the Chinese graveyards. Growing up, I never went because rumor had it that anyone who would attempt to set foot on the grounds would be unalived by vengeful spirits. Of course, this is totally false and just a rumor that was started by kids to scare one another. The actual place is called Lona China Cemetery, or the Guzman family burial. I know, confusing. Hi, everybody. My name is Kim Rodriguez, and for those who don't know me, I am the co-host of The Skeptic Psychic, which is a paranormal podcast where we talk about everything from spirits to EVP to even aliens and conspiracies. If you'd like to check out our podcast, the link will be in the comments. And now back to our story. The Lona China Cemetery was started in the early 1900s. This was started by the Guzman family and is still owned by them today. The interesting thing about this cemetery is it not only had family members hosted here, but also those of the immigrants who came from different areas of the world to help build San Antonio. A lot of these came from China, and they worked the railroads as well as other jobs that were around at that time. There were only about 50 graves in this small cemetery. Many are weathered and worn out, so it's hard to tell who is from where. But there is such a great history in this place and a beauty to it that is unlike any other. Now, there are some hauntings that are said to really exist, but nothing as fearful and tragic as what I mentioned in the beginning. One is the ghost of a man. It is said that this man would come and visit the grave of his loved one quite frequently. One night, as he was visiting the grave, he was struck by lightning, leaving him unalive. And it is said that he still wanders in to visit his loved one at her grave. Another story, quite similar, is that of an Asian woman who fell in love with a member of the Guzman family. Now, at the time, this was very unheard of and very well frowned upon, sadly. It is said that the family did not want this relationship to take place. So I'm sure they had to sneak around and find different ways to, be together, see each other, so on. It is said that this man was somehow struck by lightning. Heartbroken that this has happened, the love of his life unalived herself. And it is said that her ghost is still haunting the grave or the cemetery, looking for her lost love. They said she is seen as a white apparition, some say even standing about 7 feet tall. Now, there have also been stories of weird lights and whispers throughout the graves at night. Many paranormal investigators have gone out to try and see if they can catch something in this graveyard. Now, I do want to mention that it fenced in. So I would not recommend going without permission, as there is a keep out sign there and you don't want to, be charged with trespassing or anything like that. But I want to know in the comments, have you ever heard of the Chinese graveyards or Lona China Cemetery or even the Guzman burial? Have you ever been to this site? And what paranormal experiences have you had? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new, please like and share with your friends so that we can grow this channel. Please subscribe and click the notification as I will be posting true stories as often as possible. These will be stories around Texas, myths, legends, um, as well as some personal experiences that I have had in my life. I have a few of those on my channel as well if you want to check those out. But for now, I'd like to tell you all to have sweet dreams and bye.